This year's global download celebration could be the best celebration of 2026, and that is because it is looking highly likely that we could see a 3-part celebration with 6 total LRs starting from Saiyan Saga for the countdown celebration, spanning all the way through Z from Namek to Cell Saga, all the way up to the Buu Saga. And you're probably thinking why? Well, here's why.
Let me tell you something.
First, we'll start with things we already know. Collection of Epic Battles is getting a revamp for this year's GDC celebration, and what do we know that Collection of Epic Battles covers? The entirety of Z, covering all of the important fights from the Superclass to the extreme side of things, starting from Saiyan Saga to Namek to Cell Saga, all the way up to the Majin Buu arc. And after the most recent data download for the countdown celebration leading up to 2026 GDC, we already have stage 1, which is covering Saiyan Saga. And to go along with the revamped Collection of Epic Battles event, we also have a mission to boot where we need to use 6 Saiyan Saga category units as well. So that means more than likely when we get stages 2, 3, and 4, we will also get category missions respective of their arcs. We will more than likely have a Planet Namek Saga category mission, followed by a Cell Saga / Androids and Cell Saga category mission, and then finally a Majin Buu Saga category mission to follow. Also in the most recent data download, we do have the GDC countdown images, which all span across the Saiyan Saga from day 7 all the way down to day 1. Not only that, but all of the upcoming countdown content for GDC is Saiyan Saga themed as well, starting with Ultimate Clash to the Perfect Cooperation Team Battle event getting a brand new stage, and then the Master It the Dream Technique event returning, and then of course the revamp of Collection of Epic Battles having stage 1 being Saiyan Saga. And we know that that event spans the whole of Z, leading up to part 1 being Namek Saga at least, going all the way through, as I've said before, to the Majin Buu Saga, giving us a 3-part GDC. Then we have the 3 teaser trailers. For the first one, we have a guy looking extra beefed up in the gym. He's showing out, he's showing off. He does a Kamehameha into the mirror. And of course, who does that represent? Goku going Super Saiyan, looking all types of dench, Kamehameha against Frieza. Not only that as well, we could also suggest that it does represent and symbolize Frieza as well, because Frieza goes from final form, skinny little wretch, to beefed up full power Frieza as well. So we could easily suggest that both this trailer represents Goku and full power Frieza for part 1. Not only that, Cell could be involved in this one as well, because he's all obsessed about image. But let me cook, we'll get to that in a moment. And then this is the first trailer that has that common denominator, that Super Saiyan aura glow that goes around the date for the GDC celebration. Then the second trailer, we have a guy getting ready for work. He has his hair all spiked up. It's bleach blonde. What does that look like to you? Super Saiyan. Who goes Super Saiyan for the first time on Namek? And he even pops up right there. Goku. So another one easily showing that we could get Namek for part 1 of this celebration. Not only that, who goes Super Saiyan for the first time and even goes angry in the Cell Saga? Gohan. He goes Super Saiyan for the first time and he gets extra pissed when Cell decides to step on Android 16's head and goes Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. But mainly just showing the fact that we've got 2 Super Saiyan characters at least. And if you want to push it that further to kind of emphasize we might get a part 3, Goku, of course, not only goes Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 in the Majin Buu Saga, but then powers up and goes Super Saiyan 3 for the first time. So you could easily say that covers the entirety of a Z-themed GDC celebration, and we get that Super Saiyan aura around the date for GDC a second time. Then in the third and final trailer, we've got 2 guys studying for exams. We've all been there, GCSEs, A-levels. They are practicing. They also mention the hyperbolic time chamber in the original version of the trailer, and that is a big plot point for the Cell Saga when Goku shows Gohan Super Saiyan for the first time, and they both jump into the hyperbolic time chamber to train to prepare for Cell, where not only Goku shows Gohan Super Saiyan, but then Gohan goes Super Saiyan for the first time himself, and of course then goes Super Saiyan 2 for the first time after training in the hyperbolic time chamber. We even see Gotenks from years ago pop up as one of the like advertising units for GDC, showing the hyperbolic time chamber in the background. And we also get again that Super Saiyan aura around the date for GDC for a third time. Now we have some of the new trailers. This girl's playing Dokkan for the first time, and immediately we have her watching a YouTube short of some sorts of a Super Saiyan 3 Goku doing a Kamehameha. Now, so far in this video, we haven't had too much apart from Collection of Epic Battles getting its revamp to potentially suggest Majin Buu Saga, but this one is kind of a big on-the-nose hint. She then pulls up at the traffic lights, and this guy has a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan sticker in the back of his phone from literal Dokkan itself. And what have I been shouting that we're going to get for part 2 for this year's GDC? A Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and a Cell for part 2, because that will be Cell Saga themed. She then reads through the whole of Dragon Ball, but not only that, she also reads through the whole of Z. This kid's doing Kamehameha and powering up in the middle of a park. I mean, we've all kind of done it. And then it kind of carries on. Not too much is going on. However, that, if you are eagle-eyed, you can see a postal in the background, which is literal Z. And what have I been shouting about this whole video? We're going to have a Z-themed GDC. Countdown being Saiyan Saga, part 1 being Namek, part 2 being Cell Saga, part 3 being Buu Saga. The entirety of Z, it's right there on the wall. But also, if you did notice and you're cultured, she's literally doing Goku stretches. Now, he does these, I'm pretty sure, during the Saiyan Saga. He also does those definitely during Namek before fighting Frieza. And that is a big hint that we're at least going to see Goku pop up at least once or twice during this celebration. And I thought this bit was kind of sick because it's 7 tomatoes. It's a 7-star Dragon Ball. Now, this one, I'm going to be real, doesn't actually show off too much. It's literally a continuation of the last trailer. But we watch her watching a super attack animation of a Saiyan Saga Goku and Piccolo, which again, countdown celebration, I think it's obvious at this point, will be Saiyan Saga. But the common theme between a lot of these trailers is all of these people, and I mean, we've all done it, we can all admit, you can say it down in the comments, we all try to do a Kamehameha, and she is no exception. That is the common theme in a lot of these. We see a lot of these actors, a lot of these people from these trailers doing a Kamehameha, which is a common theme throughout the entirety of Dragon Ball, not just Z. But again, if we want to swing it back to the theory, you've got Goku doing it during the Saiyan Saga. We literally just saw it there. He literally does it in Namek against Frieza, against multiple enemies, really. He also does it during the Cell Saga, so does Gohan, literally the father and son Kamehameha, and he also does it to Buu as well. So again, a massive common theme spanning across the whole of Z, the Kamehameha. As to be expected, it's the signature move. And this is why I believe that this year's GDC will be one of the best celebrations we get in Dokkan, especially in 2026, and why it will be a 3-part celebration, because there's just a lot of stuff spanning across the whole of Z. But considering we're still in the countdown at the moment, we haven't seen too much hint at the Buu Saga. Now, that could just be that we haven't seen anything yet, and there's still a lot more to come in terms of hints and trailers. However, that could also just mean maybe we're wrong. Maybe we need to take this with a massive grain of salt, and this will be only a part 2 celebration. Now, I already know what you're gonna say, Chris, that doesn't show off too much to suggest that we'll be getting the Buu Saga as a 3rd part in this year's GDC celebration. And I'll agree with you, it doesn't. There are some small, minor hints that we need to take with a massive grain of salt. And as I said, I agree with you. However, we are still within that countdown period. It's only just begun. There could still be more in terms of hints, teasers, and trailers that could show off the fact that we do get a 3-part GDC celebration, that the Buu Saga will be in there somewhere, and the copium can finally wear off, and we do get an LR Kid Buu. Or we could just have a 2-part celebration where it is actually just Namek and Cell Saga. Either way, I'm here for both. but would it not be pretty sick if we do get a 3-part GDC celebration? 6 LRs spanning across the whole of Z, a Super Saiyan Goku, a full power Frieza, a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, a Cell, and then also some form of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, maybe Vegeta in there as well for some good luck, and a Kid Buu finally with an LR of his own, which would be pretty sick to have that as a complete Dragon Ball Z campaign. But that's just my thoughts and opinions. As I said, take it all with a pinch of salt. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, what you think of the idea and what you think this year's GDC celebration will be. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.